Hey guys, what is happening, and welcome to the 10th episode of my Modern Warfare Remastered Annihilation series. As I say before at the start of every episode, for those of you who haven't watched this before, if you're new to the channel, it's a series where I go through all the guns on the game with some gameplay in the background. I'll let you know my thoughts on how this gun played in the original Call of Duty 4, and I sort of talk about it now and just my general thoughts on it really. Whilst I've got that gameplay in the background, you can have a look and see how I do. Usually I try to get a pretty decent gameplay on. And yeah, well, we are onto the Skorpion today, the second of the SMGs, and this has probably been the most difficult gameplay for me to get so far. It's not really my type of gun in terms of the way it plays. I do like SMGs. The SMGs are some of my favourite, some of the SMGs in this game are my favourite guns on the game, but it's a very difficult gun to use. If you could give me one word to describe this gun, I would say handicap. It's just a gun that is very difficult to use on a consistent basis and on a variety of maps as well. But besides saying that, I've managed to get you a pretty decent gameplay today. As you can see, I've joined a gameplay on Chinatown. It does take a little bit of time to get going, so be patient with this gameplay, but it all turns out pretty much millhouse for us. And we do get the win in the end on here, and I get quite a nice score as well, which is good, and that's always good when you want people to view your gameplay, because the score is that you feel about putting it up on YouTube. But yeah, anyway, Skorpion, as you can see, the perks I've gone for here, it's the usual setup for me. Stopping power, bandolier, and extreme conditioning. Extreme conditioning has to be a must with this gun, especially when you need to get up close to your opponents. And you see here I'm always running about, and the gun actually suits my gameplay style to a certain extent. I really like to run and gun, I like to get in the face of the opposition, but the major downfall of this gun is the size of the clip and just how fast you go through that clip as well. And not only the size of it, it's the power of the clip, because you can only, I mean, I've never ever seen anyone get a quad spray, like 4 people with one clip with this gun. I've seen maybe 3. But I haven't seen a lot of people use this gun generally anyway. And yeah, if you have anything that you have seen on YouTube, you got any videos you want to share about, then let me know. The only way I could see that happening is if they were literally sitting on top of each other, or if you were getting all headshots with them as well. But yeah, it's a difficult gun to use on a regular basis, purely for the fact of this game was ideal. And to be honest with you, Chinatown is a map, and along with Broadcast Creek, Kill House, a map that doesn't really get played as much. Kill House is getting played the most out of the new maps, but I've actually struggled to get like full gameplays on any of the other maps because of lack of opposition. But we talked about that in another video, so that's cool. We're going through onto a nice streak now here, and as you can see, I'm having to reload every single time. And although I said it suits my gameplay to a certain extent, that extent stops when that clip runs out, because I've got to sit back a little bit more. Whereas if I was using like some of the assault rifles that you've seen me use before, I'd be having like the AK-47 XM LAR, and I'd be able to sit and take down a few people at a time before reloading. As you can see there, foolishly ran into my own airstrike, just wasn't really paying attention. I don't even think I really looked at where I put the airstrike, and just sort of put it in a blank space because I was trying to carry on that kill streak. But this is the sort of turning point really in the gameplay. We get level on the confirm, but we start going back a couple of points. But it was this sort of time in the gameplay that I just thought I really need to push forward. I was sitting back a little bit too much. I wasn't really pushing into the spawn as much as I would have liked. It's quite difficult when a lot of your teammates, as you can see, just sort of skip around the sides and around the edges. But I have to be patient, especially with some of these bits. There's times where you get quite a lot of hit markers with this gun on a certain player, but you can't actually get the kill. You see here, just tapping away. Have to be patient, go back for the reload again, and wait for the right time to get that kill. But at the same time, you've got to watch your cover as well. As you can see, I've also gone for the silencer on the gun, and the reason I've gone for the silencer on this, because I did actually get a really good gameplay with the red dot sight on it, but I preferred this the most, purely for the fact of where the shots are short clip and you're exposing yourself a lot of the time and you're using a lot of bullets on it, just to be able to cover yourself and for people not to see where you are. And in gameplay, you really can't hear it. If you're an opposition player, you really struggle to hear that silencer as well, unless you've got a very good pair of headphones. And as you see there as well, it seems to have less recoil than It does when it's either no sight or with the red dot sight as well, which helps out a lot, especially for some of these streets that I got on here. This is probably one of the better gameplays I did get with it. Sorry, I've been really ill. I'm so tired at the moment. I've been trying to get these gameplays out, and I will be trying to get as many more as I can out, so I do apologise for that. But we're pushing through now with this gameplay. Got myself a chopper, and I was really pleased once I actually got this gameplay, because it was definitely one of the most difficult, because this gun can just be stressful to use at times. I actually really like the challenge of using a gun that's more difficult, but sometimes it's like with any players you play against someone and they're using the M16 red dot every game, and you're getting spammed by them and you're saying, why don't I use that gun? And that's because they're comfortable using that gun. And that used to be me with the ACOG M40 on this game. It's all I ever used because I was comfortable with it, and you would rarely even see me use the regular sight on it. So I think you just have to get used to it, especially when we're going through a series like this, that you have to get used to using different guns. And you see by the end of this gameplay I'm getting very confident with the gun, especially at range as well, which is nice, it's cool. And it was quite rewarding to see my final score at the end of this gameplay, to think I've actually worked hard to get this gameplay as well. Against not a too bad team. Some of their players were quite bad, but some of the other guys were trying pretty hard. And yeah, it was nice to pull it back as well. I know we was only slightly behind, but to get the win. The other gameplay that I did get, I got a good score, but we didn't win the game, which is always frustrating. And I do play very much objective, a lot more than I used to play on the old game. You see there, another kill from pretty decent range. I think I counted as a long shot as well, which is pretty cool, nice. And I also managed to get the final kill cam on this gameplay as well, which is a bonus when you're making a gameplay. So yeah, it's pretty decent. But as far as the SMGs goes, I wouldn't say this is the worst. I'd just say it's difficult to use. And I think if you do want a challenge, pick up this gun, show me what sort of gameplays you can get. If you see anything a lot better out there, then fair play. But I did work hard to get this gameplay. I didn't just pick up the controller, and this was the first gameplay that I got. You see that I just struggled a bit there, really annoyed not to get that kill. And yeah, it's just frustrating at times when you can't get that person first time. You come up against someone who just spams you with an M16 or a 47. But I do enjoy using this gun, I really do. And yeah, I think it'd be interesting, because we've got the mini Uzi coming up as well. And then we'll have strong guns like the 74U and the P90 as well. So I'll be hoping to get those gameplays out soon. I really want to push on with this series, make it work, try and get it finished ASAP really, so I can move on to uploading other stuff as well. I've got a few more mini targes and a montage coming as well. For my montage so far, all I've got is triples, which can't be a bad thing, so to say. Can't be a terrible thing that you just got triples, but I want to try and get some other clips as well. But not only sniper clips, I want to be able to use red gun clips in my montage as well. So kind of at the end of the gameplay here, you can see I get this penultimate kill, go around, grab the confirm, and I can sort of sense that someone's coming around, get the flash, get the stun ready, turn around, and he's got no chance there, and that finishes the game off there for us. If you have enjoyed this gameplay, then please drop a like. There'll be a lot more coming in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, also some stuff about the World War II game as well. I'm going to do a commentary on that. Got some decent gameplay lined up for that as well. And so if you have enjoyed this, please drop a like. Thank you for watching, and have a good bank holiday weekend. Peace.